Ever wondered how restaurants make money, and just what it costs to keep a restaurant running? Well, today we're breaking it all down so you can see the recipe for success behind the scenes of a restaurant business. Let's start with how restaurants make money. The first and most obvious source: food sales. Customers pay for meals, drinks, appetizers, and desserts. Now restaurants need to mark up food to cover costs and still make a profit. For example, a dish might cost $5 to make, but it could be sold for $15. Next up, beverages. Whether it's a chilled cocktail, a craft beer, or a hot espresso, drinks are a huge revenue driver. Alcohol in particular has a high markup, which means more profit per item sold. And let's not forget takeout and delivery. With the rise of delivery apps, many restaurants are tapping into this booming market, expanding their reach and boosting revenue. Some restaurants also make money through catering or hosting private events. It's a way to make extra cash while using the same space. Some restaurants even sell branded merchandise. Think t-shirts, hats, or sauces, adding another stream of income. Now, let's talk about the expenses. A restaurant has a lot of bills to pay just to stay open. First, there's the cost of ingredients, also known as cost of goods sold, or COGS. Restaurants spend a chunk of their revenue on food, typically between 25 to 40%. For every $100 in food sales, they might spend $25 to $40 on ingredients. Next, labor costs. From chefs to servers, dishwashers to managers, paying employees takes up a big chunk, usually around 30 to 35% of total revenue. Rent is another huge expense. A restaurant's location plays a big role here. Prime spots can cost more, but they might attract more customers too. Rent typically takes up 5 to 10% of revenue. Then there are utilities, electricity, water, gas, and internet, which can make up 3 to 5% of revenue. Marketing and advertising keep customers coming through the door. Whether it's on social media or through local ads, restaurants usually spend 1 to 3% of revenue on getting the word out. Don't forget supplies and cleaning. Keeping the place spotless isn't free, and these costs add up to about 1 to 2% of revenue. Equipment and maintenance are also ongoing expenses. Insurance is essential too, covering everything from liability to workers' compensation. This can cost about 1 to 2% of revenue. And let's not forget those necessary permits and licenses. Things like food handling permits, liquor licenses, and health inspections, which can be costly. So, with all these expenses, what's left for profit? Well, after covering costs, a typical restaurant might have a profit margin of around 3 to 5%. It's not huge, but it's enough for a successful, well-run business. So, with all these expenses, what's left for profit? Well, after covering costs, a typical restaurant might have a profit margin of around 3 to 5%. It's not huge, but it's enough for a successful, well-run business. That's why managing costs and revenue carefully is crucial. A restaurant's break-even point is when its revenue covers all expenses. After that, it's all profit. So, there you have it. Running a restaurant is no small feat. It's a balancing act of revenue from food, drinks, and services, all while managing expenses for things like staff, rent, utilities, and marketing. But when it's done right, it can be a rewarding business. Thanks for watching, and next time you dine out, you'll know just how much work goes into making your meal perfect. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into